How's it going, neighborino? It is Andrew from MAO Magic, and I have here the infamous coin. Launched in November of 2013, promised in the summer of 2014, it is now spring, and Coin, the all-in-one credit card, is finally hitting the market. Coin had a lot of promises and they took a lot of pre-orders, with over 20,000 in the first few hours. It took them a long time, and including a 15,000 person beta program to finally get to market, but they started shipping now in April of 2015. So we now have kind of the retail packaging, and we're going to go through the unboxing, the pairing, syncing credit cards, and how it actually works, and some of the things that you may not know about the coin. The basics of it is it's a credit card that holds several of your actual credit cards, all of them in the app on the phone, and it's Bluetooth connected to your phone itself. So basically it allows you to kind of carry around all your cards, gift cards, and membership programs without having to do something like ApplePay. So it's backward compatible with all of the ATMs, etc., at all the old stores that maybe don't have NFC quite yet. It can hold 8 cards on the coin itself. It has an e-ink display that'll update to show a little bit of information, as well as on the back it has the reprogrammable magnetic strip and its signature pad itself. To get the cards onto the coin, you'll need to swipe them into your phone with the included little card reader here. So this is going to be very similar to Square itself. You have just the credit card slot in the front, a little loop spot on the side, which allows you to maybe connect this to your keychain if you're going to be carrying this around and kind of adding new cards. If you compare it to an actual Square reader, you'll notice they're about the same thickness, but it's a little bit wider. I did actually try scanning cards into the coin app using the Square reader, and it actually worked. So if you don't have one of these around, but you maybe have a coin or a Square reader laying around, that may be your ticket to get out of that little jam. Now, the card itself is going to be pretty much as thick as a regular credit card, which is pretty impressive considering it has a screen, a button, an LED, or I'm assuming LED little light, as well as a battery and a reprogrammable magnetic strip. This should last you about 2 years, which they kind of assume is you're updating the cards once a week and changing the screen about 5 times a day. On the back, you'll see this is your signature pad. You can actually sign that with your name so that it matches your cards. It does allow you to take photos of your cards and store them in the app itself. So if you go to a store and they kind of want to see the original card or something like that, or compare signatures, that is possible. The card does automatically lock when it's not in connection with your phone, and you can unlock it using kind of a Morse code pattern by pressing the button. That does lend itself to one of the security features, which if you say leave your card behind, it will automatically lock so no one else can use it, as well as giving you a notification on your phone saying, hey, did you leave your card behind? That's part of the reason why Coin says it's safer than original credit cards, because it doesn't show any of your actual credit card numbers. So basically, if you leave this, you don't have to worry. It's kind of gone and you lost it, but people can't get in there and get access to your cards unless they've somehow been able to reverse engineer and get the stuff off there. But since they're using bank encryption, I'm doubting that's extremely possible. Adding a card is pretty simple. You just go ahead and swipe it in, choose what kind of card it is. You can change the image of the card. Well, you can't change the image. You can change the color or tinting of the card. You can add a little bit more information, such as what name you want to display or any other like CVV numbers that you want to add to it. You can take the image of the card. You can see the camera icon there. And then you can choose which ones you want to sync to your coin. You can put up to 8 on your coin, storing as many as you want in the app, and then simply just syncing real quick to jump between the two. You can only add cards to the coin that actually have your name on them. So if it's not your card, if you're borrowing someone else's, you can't just fraudulently add that to the app. So you can't just go and skim a bunch of cards and add them in here. They actually have to have your name, and you do go through like a verification process that includes your social when you are signing up initially. So that is one of the ways they make sure people can't just go around stealing cards. It also saves the last known location of your card, similar to a lot of Bluetooth trackers. So if you do leave your card behind, you can go and see exactly where it was that you left it. If we do compare a coin here to a standard credit card, like my Sam's Business Charge card here, you can see they're pretty much the same dimensions, as well as the same thickness. It's pretty much imperceptible, but I would maybe say that the coin is like the tiniest hair of a bit thicker, but we're really just splitting hairs at that point. It is a little bit heavier and a little bit sturdier compared to a normal credit card, obviously because it has a lot going on inside of it. They do warn you do not want to sit, or not you can sit on it. They don't want you to bend or cut or any other way like damage your coin, because otherwise you're kind of screwed with all the electronics that it's got going on inside. Other than the ridiculous delay in actually getting the coin to the market, I don't really have any complaints. I've been very happy with it. The biggest complaint I can say is because it is not compatible with certain old readers that transmit your name information, unlike the newer ones. There is a bit of an incompatibility list, but it's a lot smaller than the compatibility list. A couple notable ones, including Applebee's, Redbox, and a few others like DSW, do not work currently, but as everyone's moving toward EVM in the future, that should be cleared up. Speaking of EVM, Coin also says they should have a solution for EVM, hopefully by the end of the year or sometime soon, with an updated version of the card so that you can continue to use it into the future, but you still can use this on any EVM readers in the future. You can still swipe it just as you always could before. As you can see on this list, there is a small number of the incompatible ones, but the compatibility list is huge. So far, I have actually not run into a place that it did not work, and Applebee's has just kind of rolled out these fancy little tablet things on their tables, so I'm sure these are going to start to work there as well in the few other stores that do not support it. If you find a place that does not support it, you can go ahead and post something here to their merchant website, letting them know so they can update it for everyone else who maybe wants to check out this list too. Now, there are a lot of other coin competitors coming to the market, and you'll be sure that we're having them all in-house and doing comparison as they're released. There is a lot to cover here with the coin, and I'm sure you have a lot of questions over security and use and everything like that, and I'm sure if you want answers to those, you can just throw those up in the comments, and I will get back to you as quickly as possible. Make sure you subscribe so you can see all of our other videos on mobile payments, and other than that, I guess I'll see you guys all next time.